So in order to get funded with any capital provider, you have to pass through evaluations for them to see your performance. And this evaluation has to follow certain rules that has to be solid all the way from through the evaluation steps. And speaking of topic step, for example, the evaluations are based on some rules which we will mention here. First, before you start, you have to choose which package of capital you need to trade. So, for example, Top Step offers you from 50K to 150K capital in buying power to trade, and through the evaluation, Top Step process is two evaluation steps, two steps. Each step has rules and risk limit, profit targets, and some extra rules. In step one and step two, it's almost the same, but step two usually harder than step one. But let's break them down. Once you select the package, you go to Top Step website. You can actually apply for a demo before you start, before making any decisions, to see the platform, to explore the tools and all of this. But once you decide to get into the evaluation, for example, you chose to go through the 50K capital evaluation. So first, the applying for the evaluation, it has a monthly fee, which is $165 a month. You pay that fee to be eligible to enter the evaluation. And this evaluation, for example, let's talk about the 50K over here, the 50K capital package. The monthly price is $165. Profit target, in order to pass step one of this evaluation, you have to make $3,000 in profit. And the maximum position size is 5 contracts. So they allow you to trade only futures, not stocks, not for, they have a Forex side, but I'm talking about the future side here, the futures. So they allow you to trade maximum 5 contracts on this account. Speaking of risk management rules, your daily loss limit is $1,000. So you cannot lose more than $1,000 a day. They have a weekly loss limit, which is only in step two. Step one doesn't have a weekly loss limit, but also within the same week, you cannot lose more than $1,000. And you have a trailing max drawdown of $2,000. That means you cannot lose in overall, in total, you cannot lose more than $2,000. And of course, these limits increase by bigger packages like the 100K, you pay more. The profit target is higher. You can trade more contracts. Your risk limit's also higher. But let's talk about the 50K here for a clear example. Now you have to achieve those goals, not to break risk, and achieve the profit target in order for you to pass step one. And looking at the rules in general, it's mentioned here, you can only trade permitted time and during permitted times, products during permitted times. That means you have to only trade the futures product available to you on the platform during the time frame that they mention here. If you go to website and click here, you will see the operating time, when you have to close all your trades, when you have to be flat. So for example, if you have open trades past the closing hour of the market, you cannot carry trades to the next day. So that's a rule violation. So you have to close all your trades before the permitted times. Do not hit or exceed the daily loss limit or the risk limits in general. Do not allow your account balance to hit or exceed the trailing maximum drawdown, which is the overall, the main risk on the account. Do not exceed the maximum position size, which you cannot, if they allow you only to trade 5 contracts, you cannot trade 6 or 7 contracts or more. So if you can achieve those rules, you pass step one, and then you move again to step number 2, which is doing it all over again. So you have to pass once and you have to pass twice, just to prove that you didn't pass by luck. You all know that you can jump in and trade by luck, and the market moves aggressively in your favor. You make the profit target by luck, and and in that case, you didn't show them if you can manage risk, if you can trade on a long period without losing too much money, and so on. Step number one usually is a minimum 5 days, but you can take as many days as you can. There is no maximum days. Minimum, you have to show them that you can trade for at least 5 days in a row without violating these rules and proving your skill. Same thing, again, once you pass step one, you receive an email that you have, congratulations, you're moving now to step number two, where you have to do it all over again just to prove that you did not do this, you did not pass by luck. Once you pass step two, you receive an email with the funding process and all the answers to your questions. They have a very good customer service. Any questions you have, of course, I'm not affiliated with them. I just had an experience with them, so I'm giving this from my experience. I'm not affiliated. I'm not doing this to for marketing purposes. It's just for experience to help you get a decent capital provider.